My family became a refugee in 1988. I was about 6 years old. A war broke out. Their village was bombed, and so we fled. At that time, we thought we're going to go hide in the mountains for safety and then return home. Unfortunately, this time, we couldn't return. We just had to keep walking. And so for about 3 days and nights, we actually crossed the mountain that divides Turkey and Kurdistan of Iraq. And we landed on Turkey and lived there in a refugee camp for about 4 years. So my childhood life was actually in a refugee camp. And then in 1992, my family was selected to be settled in Fargo, North Dakota. I don't know why out of the 50 states, we were taken to a state that is the coldest. And then in 1996, my father and my mom basically came to Nashville and fell in love with it for many reasons. We caravan and we drove from Fargo, and we've made Nashville home ever since. I went to high school here. I went to undergraduate school here and also graduate school, and have been here. And now I have a family of my own. I have my own little family. The United States is quite different from Kurdistan. So the chicken's cooked really well. We'll just let it roast a little bit. There were definitely challenges, but there were also opportunities to adjust into, your new home, your new community. And also learning to really have two identities and be comfortable with it. So what does it mean to be American Kurdish, and being able to be comfortable with that and navigate it. So I learned most of my cooking from my mother, and the way she taught was really by doing. It wasn't really by talking about it or teaching it. So just at a young age, she included me in the cooking process, and now I do it. I joke about how it's Kurdish cooks are quite unique. We don't tend to really measure the food. We just get a sense for it, and we use our senses, like the smell, to see if, okay, the food now is ready, instead of saying, okay, in 30 minutes this will be ready. I've just learned by doing and using my senses. One of my favorite Kurdish dish is known as turshik. It takes time. You make your dough out of wheat and farina. You put it together, and then you fix your stuffing as well. And the stuffing traditionally comes with meat and vegetables and seasonings. And you slow cook it. You have to make the time to actually make your little dumplings, I call them, and then be able to cook it.
It's a dumpling stuffed with meat and vegetables, cooked in a tomato-based soup. It's probably one of my favorites, although I have a lot of favorites. Probably why I like cooking Kurdish food, because I like a lot of the foods. I grew up with a very traditional, American Sunday dinners, like roast beef and vegetables and mashed potatoes, stuff like that. Food-wise, it's probably like the whole other side of the planet. Like how far away the countries are, that's like kind of the flavor profiles are vastly different. I'm from Minnesota originally, and I grew up in Minnesota. That's where I met my husband. He was a refugee from Kurdistan. We met when we were like teenagers. This year will be our 20th anniversary. We're one of those stories that, people say won't make it, and we have so far. Eventually, we all moved to Nashville because of the large Kurdish population. They've really, really risen to to try to be successful in a lot of different areas and thrive here, but also bring a little of their culture to this area.
We established this Dali market 2006. It's a good opportunity in here for us because that was our community needs for the fresh meat, bakery, our food necessities. We are all the time study. We just about months ahead of the 10-year anniversary, and still we are here. I moved to Nashville 2000. I've been here almost 16 years. My kids all are Nashvilleian. I have 3 kids. We have a good community in here. The largest Kurdish community in North America. Even there's a nickname they call Little Kurdistan. Many Kurdish family they live here and they keep moving here still.
People from other city and state, they look at us, how united we are, how we do help each other. And Nashville is a great city to live. You can find a job easily, and there's great people over here, and that make great for us and for other Kurdish people to bring them over here and start a new life. I am original Kurdish from northern Iraq, Kurdistan, and I've been here about 22 years. I've been in this business for 16 years, and we've been running the business since then. We have a Kurdish food, and we sell all kinds of kebabs and rice and pretty much everything, you name it. A lot of people don't know we are Kurdish until they came here, tried the food, and we tell them our story, where we come from, and with our food, they know where we're from, culture we have. We represent our country with the food. It's what we serve to them and give them pretty much every day.
I think food is always a good icebreaker, you know, and Kurdish food especially because people like it.
You know, you can have really good discussions over food. It also shows the humanity in all of us. It shows that we all need food to survive, right? And it's a good way to have a conversation. The beauty of the United States is, you know, for breakfast I can have German pancakes, and by lunch I can have Italian lasagna, and at dinner time I can have Kurdish iprachs. And so that's the beauty that I really enjoy about the United States. So I want to be able to also do the same thing and like share a bit of my traditional food. I have a unique culture of my own. So it's not 100% Kurdish, and it's also not 100%, I would say, Tennessean. I have taken what is the best tradition and culture from Tennessee, and I've left what is not great or beneficial to me. And I've done the same thing to the Kurdish culture. What is best and beneficial, I have taken it and I've left the rest of it. And so I have these two unique blended cultures, and I feel like I'm privileged to be able to do that, to sort of filter out and make a unique culture of my own. My hope really for not just the Kurdish community, but my community at large, is that we take opportunities to really get to know each other. I want us to move beyond our differences and see our differences as unique opportunities to better our community. And I'm hoping, the Kurdish community is also on top of that.